Hey, this is Daryl at Good Attitude Services, 10foottruck.com. And today it's probably the first day that it's been actually hot, or well, at least since it's not really, some areas this wouldn't be considered hot, but it's like 70, 75 degrees. But since here it's been so cold, this has been one of the colder spring times I think we've had out here in eastern Washington area. I'm all the farthest east towards Idaho. It's been fairly cool in the 50s, and it's been raining, and usually in May it's in the 70s, so I was getting used to that cool weather. Now today in June, the first week of June, it's already heated up, in the mid 70s. It feels hot, even though this is not hot for this area. In the summertime it does get up to the hundreds here, but since it was so cool, it feels hot, so I got my air conditioning on. But I think this weekend it's supposed to cool down again, and then for another time I think it's going to rain a little bit more on the weekend and then go back up. But so this weekend may be a good time for me to get a truck job, because it'll be raining, and that's usually when people instead of transporting their pickup truck, they'll prefer to transfer that onto transfer their items in a box truck. I did have one job last week. It went good. The customer was really nice. Didn't take long at all. I just transported some items to storage, and I think I'm going to be picking up those later. I think he's going to be transporting those again, so that should be a repeat customer. So that was good. Got a few other calls, but nothing panned out off of that. So today I'm just doing the food delivery, and I'm being very selective because of the gas prices. Fuel has gone up. To here, it's close to $5. I think I've seen some places where it actually is $5, but it's like really upper four, like 489 or 490s or 480. Maybe some places you get 480, but it's pretty much $5 a gallon. But interestingly enough, I saw a video of a guy in California, and he was saying that it's actually $8 a gallon in downtown Los Angeles. So that's ridiculous. That is, now we're talking, if it's whatever happens to California, ultimately down the road, I believe it's gonna go to other areas. So like if you're seeing, California has a higher tax, I guess, on gas, so that's why it's higher there. But it seems to me like eventually those high prices will just start hitting all the areas, all the cities, and like I was reading, and it was like a couple weeks ago about how they were in Washington. They were calibrating the pumps for possibly $10 a gallon gas. So it's $8 in California, it's $5 here. That's extremely expensive, because only a couple years ago it was like, I don't even know, it was 2 years ago, maybe it was less than 2 years ago, it was like $2.50 out here. And in Idaho, it was like even less. I think it was $1.50, $1.60, not that long ago. So yeah, it's really rough for anyone who provides transportation services, or what I'm doing. We're driving, delivering, and that. So I have to up the prices. I'm not going to give any kind of discounts. If I'm gonna keep my car running, I have to make sure that I shouldn't even be running this car with the air conditioning right now, but I'm in the parking lot, and it's a little bit too hot outside for me. Other people think it's probably cool, but it's hot to me. So I have the air conditioning, and which I shouldn't be doing, because that's just wasting gas. In fact, I think I might shut it off here. Roll the window down. See if I can, yeah, it's all right there. So anyway, yeah, $8, and my truck gets 12 miles per gallon. My car gets about 20. So I've been just really selective with any jobs I do for delivery. I can't take, it's not worth it going out or anything, any kind of discount price at this point. And I think it's going to cause some issues with a lot of businesses. And we're going to see things. The wind is, let's see. Now it's getting a little windy. I'm gonna roll the window up. Anyway, back to the air conditioning. Yeah, I think that there's gonna, all across the board, we're gonna see things, maybe not right away, but I think over time, because of this high prices in fuel and energy, it's going to impact all businesses. So I've already saw people talking about how their junk removal businesses are slowing down. Summertime is supposed to be, for me, for doing furniture delivery and removals, it should usually pick up in the summertime. But yeah, it might be a little bit more of a slow roll. So I have to be very conservative on what I spend money on, which is pretty much nothing but gas. All I'm going to do is spend money on fuel, oil change, food, of course, and your living expenses. But other than that, I'm not going to be doing anything in the summer. I mean, if you're going out camping and taking vacations, it might not be a good time, not for me, because if things are going to slow down because of what's going on, we have to prepare I'm preparing for a slow winter. I mean, winters are already slow, but I'm preparing for like maybe not much work at all in the wintertime or in the fall. So I'm going to take whatever I can get and like stack my bread, like, and pay off whatever I have. I have some credit cards I got to pay off. I have maintenance to do on the truck, maintenance to do on the car. All that stuff is going to have to take precedent over any kind of summer enjoyment. And because around here where I'm at, it's cold 7 months out of the year. I mean, it's cold. It's cold. It starts getting cold in October. So October, November, December, January, February, March, April, May. I mean, it's starting to warm up now in June. So yeah, you get 7 months of cold weather, rain, snow, rain, all that. So it's like you want to enjoy the warm warm weather, because it's not going to be around for very long. It's only here for like 3 or 4 months, 4 or 5 months. Oh yeah, maybe 4 months. Where other places like California, yeah, it's no big deal. It's always nice and warm. So you can go vacation, you can go camping any time of the year. But here, no, you can't do that unless you're into skiing and snow stuff. But so a lot of people, they still want to do that. But I think this year, maybe, especially for me, it's going to be buckling down and trying to earn as much money as I can with the services that I have. Because wintertime, if it gets really bad, like if things do slow down because of all this inflation and all that, yeah, I may have to, in the wintertime, I may have to take a straight up W-2 job, working at a warehouse or something like that, because these delivery jobs probably won't be get me enough income. So I'm hoping this summer, I'm giving it a chance this summer. I'm going to try to really get the truck out there as much as I can. I'm putting up ads and hoping for the best on that, so that I can, because I want to gather customers and repeat customers for next year, and so forth. I just had some calls, one today and last week, from repeat customers from my other locations, which when I lived in different areas, which it's too far away to go to, but so, and there are people that had been worked for years ago. So those customers last. If you do a really good job for somebody, they're going to last for a long time. I've had customers, of course, now I'm over in this area now, in a new area, which I can't really help those repeat customers out anymore because it's too far away. So I'm trying to develop ones here and get my repeat customers out here, because they can last for decades. I've had in my old areas where I was providing services, I had customers for 15 years, the same customers, for that long, and they probably would have called me. They probably would have used my services for as long as I could. But I'm no longer in that metro area, and it's too far for me to go and to make it worth their time, worth my time too. I mean, it's the way gas prices is, to go over all the way on the other side of the Cascades would be a lot of gas money. So I couldn't afford to do that unless they're going to pay, which it wouldn't be worth it So I'm trying to get repeat customers on this side over here. And you have to do that in the summertime, and you know, right now, like summer and fall, because after that in the winter it's very difficult to get that kind of stuff. But so yeah, but I'm, you know, glad the weather is nice right now. I'm gonna enjoy it. And so far today the food apps, delivery apps have been, I wouldn't say slow, it's just that the offers they're giving me are like not enough pay for the amount of gas. So I have to wait and just take the orders that I can see that are going to be, you know, within a reasonable amount of driving time, and trying to get at least $1.75 per hour. Per hour, sorry, $1.75, not $1.75 per hour, $1.75 per mile. That's what I'm trying to get. I don't want to go hourly. Like when I do my truck, I used to do like try to get hourly. Me now, I'm trying to do more flat rates on those jobs, and just do more estimates on the amount and amount of freight or amount of things that I'm going to be transporting and the distance. And because if I try to just go hourly, it never really works out that way with the truck. And with the car, it's the same thing. It has to be a certain amount per mile to make it worth it when you have these type of gas prices. And hopefully it equals out to a pretty decent amount per hour of your time. So you have to calculate all that and factor in all that. So that's about it here. I think I'm just gonna try to get another delivery, and I think that's all I was going to talk about was the gas thing. I talk about inflation a lot, but I think it's really going to have we haven't seen the impact. I mean, I see people going out and eating, and you know, and the drive-throughs are packed, the restaurants are packed. So people seem to be living like things aren't changing. I mean, they're driving around. The traffic's bad. The traffic hasn't slowed down. The restaurants haven't slowed down. The stores and the malls, they're all packed. So I think most people are not really paying attention to, or they're not really concerned that much, or they don't seem to be all that concerned about the effects of the inflation that we have. But if you break down the numbers, it's extremely impactful on a budget. I mean, when gas prices are double what they used to be, and food prices and maintenance and everything you look at is higher, that has to have a huge effect on a budget. I mean, if you really break it down, and maybe people haven't broken it down yet to look at it to see what it's going to cost in the future. So they're not really scaling back. They're just living like it's still the same. And so maybe we'll see that going on for a while until people finally go, wow, maybe I should like start preparing my own meals at home. You know, maybe I should cancel my vacation, get a side job. I don't know what to do. I don't know how long this is gonna go, so it's got to prepare though. I got to be ready. That's what I plan on doing. Really taking advantage of this summer. This summer, hopefully, there'll be still enough business. I've heard real estate is kind of going to be leveling off at some point. I mean, I see they're still selling houses. They're still building houses. They're still building apartments. So there's still people moving. So just while there's business out there, I'm going to be, you know, trying to capture that kind of business and make as much income as I can. And have a little bit of extra money. Probably just get things where I'm not having to pay like credit card. We get rid of the credit cards for now. That's kind of like, I can't have the credit cards and those kind of things until things look differently.